feels like we're in a bit of a almost semi-permanent crisis with Brexit and so on, in our view. You only spoke just recently, actually, in the House of Lords. I think you described it as it would be a political, practical and moral failure if we left with no deal. Do you feel like the politicians have let us down at some level so far?
No. I think they have the most extraordinarily difficult job. And actually, I didn't say that.
Okay.
So it's really important to get what I did say, because that would be a party political statement.
Right.
What I said was that it is really that the burden of proof is on those who are arguing for no deal to show that it will not harm the poorest and the most vulnerable. And I went on to say that may be true. So if that's clear, that's fine. But what the burden of the speech was not about whether we should have a no deal or no deal, or the withdrawal agreement as it's set out, which I'm one of the few geeky people who's read, and the political declaration, all 585 pages of the former. But the question is about the poor and the vulnerable, because they are close to the heart of God in Jesus Christ. Go to Matthew 25. And so how we care about them and how our politics affects them is a deeply moral issue. Have politicians let us down? No. Politicians have one of the hardest jobs in the world, and we need to pray for them. It is unbelievably difficult. And
possibly the one with the hardest job is Theresa May. What would your prayer for her be if you were to pray for her?
Well, when I pray for politicians and for her and other politicians, which I do every day, with genuine affection and respect. They are our elected leaders. We need to respect them. I pray for all our political leaders of any party in the same way, for wisdom, for courage, and for strength for them and their families, and for them internally, their psychology, their sense of well-being. I pray that they'll be blessed, each of them, because they are precious people in the sight of God who we entrust with more responsibility than any of us could cope with.
And I'm sure in the role you inhabit, where you're presiding over a very diverse church and with all the tensions and political issues that involves, you have some sympathy for those who in the political sphere sort of
That's probably right.
have a similar role to play.
Yeah, I think they have a harder role than I do. But yes, the little taste of it that I get from time to time increases my sympathy for them.